Man, the combo was just so bad here. I think I'm gonna cut down an extra Teamer Battle Rage and an extra Become Immense and just bring in the other Tarkus commands. I feel like they have more versatility than the extra combo pieces. Rob's got Crackling Doom, so it's really hard to get any value out of this, and a Tarkus command can at least like give me some range for his planeswalkers and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. So at this point, Rob's up 3-1 on the series as a whole. Whether or not that be just because of the way things have played out or because his deck is really better remains to be seen, but to this point, he's ahead. So we're here on the mold 6. We have a 1-lander. We do get the Scry, but it's completely irrelevant because I'm almost positively getting a mountain off this foothills to play this Zergo. I think just because that's the case, we're not going to keep this. Here we got another 1-lander with a wooded. We don't have to crack it on the first turn just because we can hold up on doing it because we have nothing to do basically. This isn't the greatest hand. This really isn't even that good of a hand, but I don't think going to 4 is going to win us the game. So reluctantly, we're going to keep here. All right, the wooded on top is good news for us. So we're just going to play out this fetch land and then end the turn. Next turn, we're going to fetch Forest Mountain and then play out a Gnarlid. The next turn, we're going to play an Abbot most likely and then try and hit a land. But we'll see. We did draw one of our copies of Become Immense, so if Teamer Battle Rage. If we end up drawing the one-of copy left of Become Immense left in the deck, that may end up being a way that we could pull out of this slump. But we'll see. So we're going to double fetch here. Go down to 18. We're going to get Forest Mountain. We're going to take these bad boys out to the middle. We're going to play a Snapping Gnarlid and we're going to pass the turn. See what Rob's up to. So yeah, this video series definitely hasn't turned out great. Haven't really been able to show the power level of what's going on really, but that'll happen. The impulse there is good for Rob. It's not usually terrible for us in a situation like that where he doesn't main phase, but just because he's trading on an even basis with us and we're already so far behind on cards, it's particularly brutal. So here we're just going to run out this Abbot and hope to hit a land just so that we can try and recoup some of this card disadvantage. If we don't, that's not the end of the world. It's still just a 2-1 that he has to deal with, which we don't. So I'll hit the bin. I mean, even that there is fine because we would have drawn the land next turn anyways. So yeah, this is a real good start for Rob and just a real bad way for us to start the game. I mean, granted, we have other creatures to play, but like I said, he's just getting to attrition us on a 1-for-1 basis, and he has +3 cards on us at this point. Yup. So that's not the end of the world. I'm going to be able to play this Snapping Gnarlid next turn, and I'll be able to block. If he just curves out into Sorin, I don't think that we can win this game, but anything is possible. So, surprisingly enough, we end up drawing the one-of copy of Become Immense here. This raises an interesting question because if Rob has nothing here, I can play the Den Protector, attack him for 2 down to 17, and then attack for 2 down to 15. The turn after that, I'd be able to do this, assuming I draw some sort of a land, and we would win the game. Seeing as how we're so far behind, just like almost in every sense of the word, I think that's the plan we're going to go with here. If that doesn't work out, that's fine. It's just one of the few ways. We're just going to take this, go down to 15. Right, he just passes the turn. So Rob passing there makes me feel like he has a removal spell here, which is fine. We draw Evolving Wilds there, which is okay for us. We didn't particularly need it to be anything other than an Evolving Wild, so we're just going to jam. We're going to play a Gnarlid here. We are Evolving Wilds and pass. Alright, so he secures for 3. It's a good play. It puts twice the amount of damage into play. Hopefully he still doesn't have the Sorin here. That's really what we're worried about here is a Sorin. Not particularly worried about anything other than that. This looks like, yep, no, right, there's a Sorin. Alright, so if I were playing Rob's deck, I don't think I would have held back there. He's basically just missing out on some damage. So here, I think I want another red. And then we're going to block one of these goblin tokens. We're going to take 8 and go down to 7. Rob gains 10 up to 26. And then we'll see what happens on the next turn. So if we draw a fetch land here, we'll make this 4. And then we'll be able to make it 10. And then it'll be 20 with the Battle Rage. But that, unfortunately, is 6 short of our target goal. The Bloodstained draw here is interesting. I'm not quite sure what that means because we have a lot of different options here. I mean, I want him to block in some aspect with his Goblin token. It's a 2/1, so he's going to be able to block our Den Protector if we don't pump it first. But also, this is our last Become Immense. The only one we have in the deck anyways. And I feel like this combo is the only way that we have a chance of beating Rob here. His draw just turned out amazingly well this game. But if there was a way that I could see us winning this game, it definitely involves these 2 cards. We do have 2 copies of Battle Rage left, so I could play the fetch land, fetch, go down to 6, make my Gnarlid a 4/4, and then Battle Rage past his Goblin. That may just be the line that we end up having to take here because we definitely need to get the Sorin off the table. And quite frankly, we don't have very many other options. We could Become Immense the Den Protector and kill it that way, but he still gets to keep a Goblin, and I think that this way is just the most efficient way to do it. So we're going to play the Bloodstain. We're going to fetch up a Cinderglade. It's going to put us up to 2 landfall triggers for the turn. It's going to put us down to 6. And then we're going to Attack Soren with that, and attack Soren with that. Alright, so it's 4-4 now, so this Battle Rage is going to trigger Ferocious, giving it Trample and Double Strike. Alright, so this definitely doesn't put us in the best spot. If Rob has Crackling Doom here, then we're just dead. He could also have like a Wild Slash that would also kill us, but we'll see. The way that he's just tapping all his guys, I mean, he's very far ahead on life total, so we're dead next turn. Yeah, this could just be that he doesn't have a Crackling Doom, but we're dead if we don't draw a dude, which we didn't. So throw my cards on the table and concede. Tell Rob GG's. Wow, yeah, so Rob's hand was just great here. He's got Ultimate Price, Hordeling Outburst, Kolaghan Storm's Fury. I mean, even with one of my best opening hands, I don't think that I beat this. I mean, he's got a way to pump his guys. He could have made more guys if he wanted to. He safely held up removal here because there was no point in not doing that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope that you enjoyed the content.